What's up, family and friends? How are you? I'm driving to work and I decided to share this with you. Although I make some posts to this regard already on my wall, you can check it out. I said that they knew the atrocities, the evil they committed, they unleashed, they did against you. That's why they wrote those holy books. Books they wrote, holy books, and they called them the holy books of God. Quran, Torah, and the Bible. Now these people that gave you those Bible, that one that committed all this evil against your ancestors and against yourself. Anyone that did evil against your ancestors did that evil against you. Anyone that loved your ancestors loved you. You're supposed to know that. But the reason why many of us don't know that, or many of you don't know that, those of you that still believe in God of the Bible, the God of Quran, and the God of Torah, you don't know what these people has done to you. You don't know what evil they have done to you. And the reason why you don't know is that book. That book serves as veil over your face that you cannot see your past, your present, and your future. They want you to remain ignorant and die ignorant. They want you to forget the past. They want you to not remember the things of old. Yet their God is ancient of days. Yet their book is old. The old things they want you to forget is your ancestors. When they tell you the Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. They are talking about your ancestors. And you must be a fool to continue believing you are oppressors, or you are slave masters for being to be your savior. They cannot save you. People that attack your ancestors will never save you. People that attack your ancestors will never do you any good. Never, never. They will. It may appear they are doing you good, but look well and see that's evil in disguise. They say they love you, no, they hate you. They say that, they will be with you. It's a lie. People that refuse to be with your ancestors, you think they will be with you? Nah. You have to wake up, my people. They have deceived us enough. I used to be a Christian. I used to be a preacher of the gospel, or so-called gospel, which I call gossip now. But gospel, the full word for gospel is God's spell. It was a spell. You know, their God came to cast on people, casting darkness on people, casting ignorance on people. And many of our people are still ignorant today because of that spell, which they call gospel. They think gospel came to give them a good life, or a better life than whatever. Another reason why they believe that gospel is because they witness the colonized history of Africa, or colonized culture. The culture already influenced by the invaders. You know, when they came, they taught our people, or they forced our people to be killing each other. They forced our people of raping each other. They forced our people of enslaving each other. Africans, our people weren't enslaving each other until white men came. Our people were doing what they still do today among the Igbo tribes in Nigeria, indentured servants. Like, you serve somebody for some years, the person will say to you, you start your life. That's what these people still call slavery, but it's not. Our people never chain down one another, say, oh, you must live this way, or you must work for me, or you know. They never do that. They never go invading other land, taking them as slaves. But you see, many of you still believe that trash. You still believe that lie that your ancestors were enslavers. They were enslaving themselves. And some of you get upset saying that your ancestors sold each other. But you never pause to ask yourself, who was buying the thing? If there is no buyer, there will be no thief. If you want stealing to cease, if you want stealing to robbery to cease, let nobody buy from them. You see, it will cease. unless they're coming to rob your money to do something that, you know, those ones are robbery. But I'm talking in respect of the slavery. If your ancestors were selling their brothers, don't you think somebody forced them to do that? Somebody forced them, just as they forced you to embrace that religion. They didn't come and preach Christianity, Islam, or Judaism to our ancestors and they accepted it. No, they forced them. Our ancestors had different beliefs. There is no one belief among our ancestors. You're supposed to know that. But the difference between our ancestors' belief and these foreigners' belief is that our ancestors never forced any other person to accept their belief. They believe whatever you believe is between you and your God. They have no business so long you are doing good, so long you know you are not killing anyone. It's between you and your God. So that's why they gave you the Bible. So you don't know the truth about yourself. You don't know yourself. When you don't know the truth about your ancestors, you are ignorant of yourself. You're supposed to know you are one with your ancestors. And once you don't know your ancestors, when you say your ancestors are evil, you are evil. Whatever you say your ancestors are, you are. Even much more, because you are alive now. You're supposed to develop, you're supposed to improve from whatever your ancestors, from wherever your ancestors stopped. So if you believe your ancestors were doing all those evil, remember that evil is still in your blood. So why are you doing the evil that the slave master, you know, taught you? They taught you in the Bible. This is what they wrote in the Bible. I want to share some of them. You yourself, you can dig up the Bible and see, because if you want to cure yourself from that disease called Christianity, you have to devote your time to read, study the Bible. You see, it's very clear there. That's where you know the atrocities they committed with their God. Their God is cruel. Their God is wicked. So you're supposed to know that. As I keep saying, you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know. Not believe that. You're supposed to know. So they committed all those atrocities. They know the height of it. They know the magnitude of it. They know the level of it. They know the volume of it. They know that no reasonable person will hear that and keep quiet. You want to revenge. You want to take what belongs to you. When you know that your uncle took what belongs to your father, and now you know you are a man, you know, naturally you will go for it. But it happened that your evil uncle, for example, you know, wrote a book, tell you that's the will of your father. Tell you this is what your father wants you to do. Your father wants you to love your enemies. The enemy is the one that stole or took what belongs to your father. They say you should love your enemies and do good to those who despitefully use you. They use you as slaves, so they want you to do good. They want you to remain slaves. So that's what they did. So they want you to love your enemies, because if you love your enemies, you will not revenge. You will say, okay, I forgive you, God bless you, I bless you so that God will bless me. That's God. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. People believe in. Remember, that's why people believe in, because it's nonsense. If it's true, people won't believe it. People will know it. So they ask you to forgive your enemies and do good to them, so that they who are your enemies will live free, enjoying the benefit of the evil they did against your ancestors. What they stole from your ancestors, they still have them. They're still enjoying the blessings. They're still enjoying the benefits. That's what they want you to know. Forgive your enemies. Just forgive. Forgive, get over it, forget the past, forgive them, and then live well with them. Why you keep suffering? Why you keep living in bondage? But they are free. They have privilege. They claim to be superior over you because they defeated or they destroy your ancestors, your history. I said they wrote it there. They know the evil they committed, and they tell you, do not revenge. Do not revenge yourselves. Do not revenge. You know, Have you heard them preach without saying that? Look at them. They will tell you that do not revenge. God will revenge. And you see our people, even in our villages. Somebody will be doing evil. You say, do not revenge. God will judge him. Which God will judge him? You are the one. You are the God that will judge that evil person. You are the God that's supposed to take that revenge. But tell you that do not revenge. The vengeance belongs to God in heaven. Not in this world. If the evil is done in this world, the revenge should be in this world, not in heaven. It's not done in heaven. They say that the devil and his people and his servants or his fellow spirits fought with God in heaven, and God did not forgive them. God have to chase them down. But when it comes to you, they tell you to forgive. Do not revenge. God revenged in the Bible and tell you don't revenge. And the same Bible tell you to be imitator of God as their children. How can God lie and tell you not lie? How can God kill and tell you not kill? How can God steal and tell you not steal? Think about it. Anyone that told you that must be the God that did all that. Of course, you know that no God kills, no God steals, no God destroys. It is people. People are the ones that wrote that Bible. People are the ones that wrote that Quran. People are the ones that wrote that Torah. That thing you call holy text or holy book were written by people like us. So why are you living a lie because some people wrote something and tell you God inspired it? Tell them you are the God that inspires. I inspire people every day. My post inspires people. My video inspired people. You are inspiration yourself. So you inspire people. Why are you living by a book written thousands of years or hundreds of years and because they say it's inspired by God or it was inspired by God? Nonsense. They tell you do not revenge. Leave vengeance, for it is written. He did not say for it is truth. He said for it is written, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I call it evil Lord. Any Lord that tell you do not revenge evil, and he said vengeance is his, that God is evil. That Lord is evil. You're supposed to take vengeance there. Don't wait for anyone to take vengeance for you, because you are the one that is suffering. You are the one that wear the shoe. You know where it pinches you. But you know, okay, God knows now. Which God knows? Which God knows? You don't know how you feel. If God knows how you feel, he will solve your problem. You see how you are suffering as a believer. Say, do not revenge yourselves. That's nonsense. They say that's nonsense. Do not revenge yourself. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Did any Lord come and tell you vengeance is in his or hers? Nonsense. And why is that Lord always be a he? What happened to she? Because it's male chauvinist religion where they suppress women and they make men kings and women queens to subdue or subject to men and those nonsense, instead of loving one another and living as a people as our ancestors were living. At least you see how they are suffering. You see how their marriage, like I say in one of my videos, you can check my wall about that. I say your parents cannot curse you. And you see many people say, oh, I want to get married. Let me go for my parents to bless my marriage. They will bless the marriage all the way. Marital problems still exist. Still in the increase. It's increasing. The marital problems that our ancestors never had because they know the right way. The invaders don't know the right way. They were jealous of the ways our ancestors lived. So they created the way to suppress that. And when you suppress good, evil prevail. Evil suffering comes. That's all these atrocities, marital problems happening in families, which is not supposed to be. So they tell you, do not revenge yourself. Do not avenge yourself. Nonsense. Go and touch Israel and tell me they believe in the Bible. Go and touch America and tell me they believe in the Bible. Go and touch Israel, tell me they believe in Quran. Touch America, tell me they believe in the Bible. Or touch Saudi Arabia and tell me they believe in Quran. You see how they will come after you. You see what is happening in Yemen? Who are doing that? People that believe in Bible and Quran. People that believe in Bible, Quran, and the Torah, they are the one unleashing that hell in Yemen as we speak. I'm not talking about your area. You know what is going on. Who are committing all those evil? People that believe in all those holy books. That's why the fool, David in the Bible, who was not bold enough to speak, say in his heart, there is no God. Because if there is God, you know, people won't be doing all those abominable things. And God will be watching them. God will deal with them. There is no God is dealing with anyone. The Christians in Nigeria say, talking about how God is with them, their God is this, and they don't believe Allah is, they are worshiping the same God with Muslims. But guess what? The people still controlling Nigeria till date, from the foundation of Nigeria till date, are Muslims. They don't believe in Christian God. In fact, they kill Christians like mosquitoes in Nigeria. And yet you will see Christians coming bragging, my God is almighty, Jesus, da-da-da-la-la. Nonsense. Wake up. Yes, wake up. They know the evil, the atrocities, the cruelty, the blackness. They are the one that unleash blackness on you and call you black people. Akabulans, they say land of the blacks. They are barbaric. Who is the barbaric, or who are the barbarics? The one that invaded your land and killed your ancestors. They are the barbarics. Your ancestors were eating goats and chicken. They called them barbaric, but they were eating themselves, their fellow human beings, roasting them like a chicken, having barbecue with their fellow human being. But they are the one that turn around and tell you your ancestors were barbaric. And you believe them because they tell you, some people among your people we are doing that. But who are still doing that today? Who is still killing people and eating people today? Think. You may say you don't know the history, but how about the present? You don't see what is happening? Which people are still invading people, you know, causing commotion among government, among other nations, making guns and weapons of war, and forbidding you from having weapons of war, which they have. Think. You are not the one doing that. They are the ones still doing that. But they gave you the religion that make you believe they are better than you. All the religion they give to you is to make you believe they are better than you. You are unworthy until you get to their heaven. Then their God will make you worthy. But in this world, you must suffer. Who told you that, you know, you must suffer in this world? It's the people that created suffering. Wicked men and women. Remember, all white people are not racist. All white people are not wicked. But the ones that are doing the wicked are greater in number and they are in power. The nice ones are not. The wise ones are. The nice ones are poor. They don't. The nice white people are poor, wretched. There are most of them homeless too, like in America. But the good ones, I mean the bad ones, they are the one in power. The politicians, they make laws against people, policing other people. You know, not minding their own business, but telling you to mind your own business. People that mess up your business are telling you now to mind their own business, and they're sitting even on your own business. Yeah, they tell you to mind your own business. They don't want you to mind your business. They know you need a weapon to mind your business, but they tell you you should not make one. And when you make one, they create an unrest in your land, unless you give them what they want. But no condition is permanent. If our ancestors were in power before living as a normal people, of course, we are waking up, we are going back to that. We are not forgetting the past. We remember the past and improve on it. They wrote that nonsense and tell you, do not revenge, just forgive. If you don't forgive, your Father in heaven, evil Father in heaven, will not forgive you. If you don't forgive men their trespasses, if you don't forgive men their evil, your evil Father in heaven, fuck that Father in heaven. My Father is on earth. I know my Father, Peter Ezebube, also known as Peter Ezebube. He's my Father. I know him. I don't know any Father in heaven. I don't have any Father in heaven. My Father is on earth. I have nobody in heaven. Everybody I have, they are on earth. But hear what these evil people want you to do. He said, that Father is in heaven. He said, if you forgive men their trespasses, your Father in heaven will forgive you your trespasses. But if you don't forgive them, he will not forgive your trespasses, because he's making his sun and his rain to come on good and evil. These people, they are crazy. They tell you their God created the heaven, gives rain and the sun. Where? God does not give any rain. Why is that God giving? He said he give rain to good and evil, but he cannot make everyone rich. Think, a God that can make rain on everybody, a sun shine on everybody, but he cannot make everybody rich. He cannot make everybody peaceful, live in peace. That God does not exist. They lie to you. If you don't forgive men, your God will not forgive you. Nonsense. Do good to those who despitefully use you, evil people. Then he say you will be rewarded. Your great will be your reward. Great will be your reward in heaven, or not on earth. That on earth is where you suffer. You suffer on earth. Oh wow. They don't want you to enjoy in this world. It's in heaven. The heaven you have not seen, the heaven that does not exist. That's where they want you. But no condition is permanent. The truth shall prevail. And that's why we will not keep quiet. We must continue spreading the knowledge of the truth, waking our people up. The people that gave you that religion, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, they are evil people. And they destroy your land. They are the thief in John chapter 10 verse 10 that comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. It's not any devil in the sky. I want you to wake up. Later tonight, maybe when I come back from work, which will be like 12 midnight, that will be tomorrow, Friday, I will speak on what they are calling us. I already share it. It's an old post on my wall, but I want to share it again. Those things that are calling us, they are calling us that to stop us, but they don't know that we were prepared for this before they were conceived in their mother's womb. So I'm about to go into work now. Have fun wherever you are. Remember, no condition is permanent. Don't kill yourself for anything. Just have fun wherever you are. Peace.